We have an NHL trade to announce and discuss. We have a trade that we didn't really see coming between the Minnesota Wild and the Buffalo Sabres. We'll jump into the details coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have a bit of a surprise NHL trade. Not one that we really saw coming on the horizon here, but we have the Sabres and the Wild hooking up on a one-for-one deal. There's no salary retained, just a straight up one player for one player. The Buffalo Sabres trade Marcus Johansson, who has mostly been a winger through his career, but has played center as late as last year with the Sabres, to the Minnesota Wild in exchange for veteran center iceman Eric Staal. Now, it's an interesting trade. I mean, to a degree, the Minnesota Wild are known to be looking for centers, so a little confusing in that sense, but it does get them a younger forward. There's about a 6-year difference between Staal and Johansson, so obviously Eric Staal's entering the final year of his deal. He's about to be 36 years old. Johansson's much younger, so from that standpoint, the Wild get younger, and from the Buffalo standpoint, they get to save a little bit of money. From the actual money paid out, there's about $1 million difference there. Johansson comes with a cap hit of $4.5 million, where Staal is $3.25 million. So obviously the Sabres are. We've already had reports, as I mentioned in other videos, are apparently going to be working off an internal budget. Not going to be anywhere near the cap. Probably into the 70s for sure. I mean, 81.5 million cap. We're probably looking at least 10 million under for the Sabres this year. It could be lower. It's hard to say. Obviously, new GM Kevin Adams is going to have his work cut out for him. As we talked about in the Sabres offseason plan video, they have a ton of flexibility because they have a lot of expiring contracts, both UFA and RFA, who they can re-sign or return or go shopping for other free agents or what have you. They don't have a lot of players under contract next year. So from that standpoint, lots of flexibility. Eric Staal was apparently asked about the trade. He had just found out a few minutes before it went public, and he was completely blindsided, had no idea that anything like this was coming. Both players actually have a form of a modified no trade where they have a 10-team list they can provide to veto or block any trades, and neither team was on that list for either player, so it worked out that they really didn't need to be approached to waive a clause or anything like that to make this happen. Now, it's believed that the Minnesota Wild have other things cooking up as well. Maybe Johansson doesn't stay with Minnesota. Maybe he does stay and play center. I'm not sure, but GM Bill Guerin is very busy. There's a lot of rumblings on Matt Dumba going around. There could be other things cooking. It doesn't sound like there's anything real close yet, at least, to be announced from Minnesota's standpoint. So we'll see if we get any additional news tonight or sometime here in the next few days. But I think the Wild are going to be a very busy team, very interesting to watch. And as I mentioned numerous times, I thought going into this offseason, Guerin would be looking to make his mark on his team and really shake things up. He's doing just that, and I guess we'll see what happens next. Could it be a Dumba trade, a Dubnyk trade? I mean, Dubnyk's another guy, could be on his way out. We'll see as he reshapes this roster and tries to get them better for next year. So let me know your thoughts on the trade down in the comments, and we'll discuss further. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and turning on your notifications so you don't miss any future content, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'd appreciate it if you did. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.